What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. We're back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Thursday, May 20th. We only got one game on today. It is Wizards versus Pacers. And you see, we're in a change of scenery. I got the notepad, but let's recap yesterday. Don't worry about where we are. We're talking about yesterday. Kyle Anderson, 3 for 10 shooting. You're not going to hit a player prop over points total if you're shooting 30%. I don't care what your name is. Moving on, DeJounte Murray. Yeah, I don't know what you can do. That's what happens when you pick an under 7.5 rebounds. The buddy goes out there and think drops 13. Whatever. Spurs +4. It pushes. They were getting boat raced. This game looked ugly. They got boat raced and they came back. Spurs +4 pushes. What can you do there? Lakers -5.5. They obviously win by 3 points. If you watch that game, I would happily take that L with how good that game was. Arguably the game of the year. Schroeder and Drummond sold. They sold hard for the Lakers. We could talk about this whole game. Really, they won because of Caruso, Wesley Matthews, KCP was keeping them in it. Wow, that game was intense. So Lakers -5.5. Not much you can do there. And then our winner, we got Anthony Davis over 9.5 rebounds. But he didn't look good at halftime. I won't lie to you. Lakers, we had LeBron, Schroeder, and AD all looked pretty bad at halftime. AD turns around, he gets 12, 13 rebounds, cashes his over and rebounds easily. Everyone and their mother was on that one, not just the COS community. Everyone on Twitter, player props everywhere. Everyone was on it. Glad it cashed for everyone. Let's move on. We have 5,200 subscribers. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. I promise we're normally sitting down, but today we got an action-packed episode of just one game, so we got to make it fun. Smash that subscribe button. Click that like button too if you're new. Shout out to all our COS All-Stars out there. Put them up on the screen. These people are the real OGs. We appreciate all you guys' support. And let's move into it. We got 4 plays today in this game. Plus, I'll give you my lean on the spread. Let's start with Sabonis. Domantas Sabonis. We're taking his over. 14.5 rebounds. You're like, 14.5, that's a lot. You could have said that about Jonas Valanciunas last night, but he went out there and dropped a 23 on the Spurs dome. We're talking about Sabonis. He had 21 rebounds last game in the first play-in game, and he's going to play 40-plus minutes tonight. I would probably guarantee that he's the only center on this team besides Goga Badadze. And I promise you, the Pacers coaching staff does not want to see a lot of Goga in the game unless they're blowing out the Wizards, which I don't expect them to do today. You look at the last two games against the Wizards where Miles Turner was not active. He had 13 and 19 rebounds, so he cashed it in 1 of 1. And you're like, Dad, 1 of 1, that's not making me any money. But if you look at the one game he missed, he wasn't even the leading rebounder on his team. Karis LeVert, 14 rebounds in that one game. That Sabonis had 13. I promise you that's not going to happen. Karis LeVert is not going to have 14 rebounds tonight. He also isn't playing, so I think you'll get a big rebounding night from Sabonis, and that's going to lead us right into our next play of the day. We're taking Sabonis. I'm taking him again, over 49.5 PRAs. If you look at his recent game log against this Wizards team, he has not only dropped 30 points in all 3 games this year, but he's easily smashed his PRA line. I'm talking about 56 PRAs, 60 PRAs, and 52 PRAs in all 3 of those matchups. Like I said, he's going to play 40-ish minutes tonight. This is a must-win game to get into the playoffs, secure that 8 seed. They're not going to sit Sabonis on the bench much unless he's in foul trouble, which you can't really control that. I think he will go off. I mean, obviously, I like his rebounds. I probably like his assists. He's been killing it on points. I didn't do great on points in the first play-in game, but didn't really have to. I think he shot 7 for 15. I think we get more shots out of him tonight in a closer game. High over under 237. I don't know if it will hit the over, but I do like Domantas Sabonis over 49.5 PRAs. Locking it in. Moving on to the other side of the game, Wizards. And we're talking about Rui Hachimura. Taking his over 13.5 points. And here's why. Like we talked about with Miles Bridges, I believe, what was that? On Tuesday, where we talked about Miles Bridges, said, Indiana, terrible at guarding small forwards and power forwards. Well, wouldn't you look at that? Rui Hachimura coming up right at the game. He's a power forward, and that's what he's going to play for the Wizards. And you look at his success rate. But let's talk about the Pacers first. They are the worst team at defending the opposing power forward position over the last 15 games. You look at it, they are giving up 26.46 points, the most in the NBA to opposing power forwards over their last 15 games. I love it. Rui Hachimura, someone else is going to have to score. It can't be all Westbrook and Bradley Beal all tonight. They're going to need another scorer, and I think Rui Hachimura steps up. You look at the 3 games against the Pacers this year, he had 13, 26, and 27 points, so cashed in 2 of 3. Just like I said, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think someone else has to step up. And I'm locking in Rui Hachimura over 13.5 points. Take it or leave it. And last play of the day, we're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Russell Westbrook, over 54.5 PRAs. And here's why. You know, Russell heard people chirping on Twitter. He heard them, and he's going to show up in a big way. Sure, he didn't play too well on Tuesday against the Celtics, and arguably you could say the whole Wizards team didn't play well. I think they made 3 threes total. I think 3 for 21. I guarantee you they do not win this game if they go 3 for 21 again. You can't win in the NBA shooting 3, only making 3 threes in a game unless maybe you got Zion and he's got 50 points in the paint. But arguably, Westbrook, he needs to show up, and I think he will. He always hears the haters, always hears Stephen A. Smith chirping at him on the videos, and he's like, all right, bet. Here's a triple-double for you, and I think he shows out in a big way. I liked his assists. I liked his rebounds. Both are 14.5. I liked his rebounds and assists. That's 28.5, but it's hard to really predict which one he's going to go crazy on, and I think he gets close to that point total of 25.5. So I'm taking Russell Westbrook. You look at his 3 games against the Pacers this year. Like I said, we've seen this matchup so many times recently. In his 3 games against Pacers, 59, 70, and 67 PRAs, easily smashing that 54.5 total. He's going to shut the haters up today, locking in Russell Westbrook, and I'm taking his over PRAs. If he wants to hurt me, so what? So be it. I'm still liking him. I love Russell Westbrook, one of my favorite players. Let's move into my lean for this spread. And man, this is a toss-up. I won't lie to you. It's a 3.5. Wizards are 3.5-point favorites. Over/under is set at 237. I'm not a fool to betting under in this game, but I'm not going to bet the over just because I've seen it go from 237 to 239, back to 237. Not going to touch it because it seems a little wishy-washy, but I'm taking Wizards. I'm taking Wizards minus 3.5. Do I want to make an official play? Sure, why not? We're taking Wizards minus 3.5, and here's why. You looked at the Pacers, they looked great. There's no way around it. They looked great against the Orlando Magic. The Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets played terrible. They were god-awful, and we don't need to talk about them anymore. But, you know, the Wizards didn't play well. Westbrook didn't play well. Beal didn't play well. But I think today they'll bounce back and play pretty well. They will be at home, so that definitely helps them. And, you know, they have covered in 2 of the 3 games. They have won all 3 matchups against the Pacers this year, and I think they get it done tonight. Brogdon, still a little hampered by an injury, and you could say the same thing for Bradley Beal, but I think they get it done. I'm taking Wizards minus 3.5, making it an official play. It's a toss-up. Let me know your comments down below. I want to see what you guys are picking in this game. You obviously could touch Bradley Beal's over in points, but he's been injured, like I said, but he's been absolutely destroyed. I think he dropped 50 points on the Wizards or on the Pacers in their last matchup. So it's a little sketchy, but I do like we're going to recap all the plays. Domantas Sabonis, we're taking his over 14.5 rebounds, also taking his over 49.5 PRAs. Then we're going on to Rui Hachimura, over 13.5 points. Russell Westbrook, over 54.5 PRAs. Then my 5th play, Wizards minus 3.5. Cramming a lot into one game, but I really like all these plays. I think all should cash unless they give us maybe like a 100-97 game, like basically the Warriors game was last night, 103-100. Then we probably won't cash a lot of these, but I think this will be a high-scoring game into the 115s, 120s. Probably get close to the 237 over. But those are my 5 plays of the day. Let me know what you guys are banking on tonight in the description down below. If you're new, click that like button, click that subscribe button, click that comment all your plays. I really love all your guys' support. If you want to check out Logan's video, he's been killing it in the MLB. I'll put it up right here. Shout out to all of you guys, the COS community. We're going to the moon. This has been Austin. I'll be back in my normal place tomorrow morning. So enjoy this for a one-time experience. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace. Peace.